Than fame and fortune.
Than fame and fortune, yes.
Yes,
but this was the only thing I ever wanted to do, and I've been very, knock on all the wood you have in the room, very lucky to have had.
But that was cute, I thought, that your mom did that in a very early time, and then you continued. You went to conservatory. You studied music. I mean, and to get on Broadway was a big thing. So that was fabulous.
It's huge.
But the other thing, along with all this career of yours and all this good stuff for yourself, you do a lot of benefits. You did some stuff for the Actors Fund in New York, was it?
Yeah, I've done the Stages benefit out here for a while. There's a couple of Broadway things called Easter Bonnet and.
Oh right, well, yeah, that's right. They do that, and they collect money in the theaters, right?
Yeah, for I think they do like 2 months or 3 months of collecting money, and then they do a benefit at the end called the Easter Bonnet, and they have another event. Out there, they have Stages benefits out here that I do, which are fantastic. I really love doing them, and they're fairly easy for the performer. You go in, you do one song, it raises money, it raises awareness, and
you're really giving back. You did something for the William Holden Wildlife
Foundation,
which is great. We love Stephanie.
Stephanie Powers. She's fantastic.
Yeah, we like her a lot.
Yeah.
So that's great. And you're doing another benefit, an AIDS benefit at the Ford Amphitheater.
Yeah, coming up.
Chess, coming up. Yeah.
September 17th at the Ford Amphitheater.
What exactly? Have you done chess before?
I've seen productions of it, but I've never actually got a chance to do it.
Well, then it's not so easy, like you're saying, to do a benefit. You have to learn the whole thing?
Yeah, this is a little bit different on the benefit scale. We're actually going to get a week of rehearsal, and actually it's going to be an amazing. This is actually more of a production than a normal benefit would have. We're going to actually do a full-scale production with. There's going to be a great one-piece set, but it's going to have video, a lot of kind of technology kind of things with the reporters. It's because basically the story takes place in the sort of the Cold War.
It is a chess game, right?
It's a chess game between an American and a Russian, sort of during the Cold War when Russians usually defected and all that kind of intrigue. And the reporter aspect of the show is how it's sort of through lines. And what Brian Purcell, our director,
he's directing it. He's producing it as well, Brian Purcell.
Yeah, and he's put together some great video stuff that you can actually see on MySpace right now. That is really going to show you what some really creative things that he's going to do with the production.
When he does this, and since it's the first time you're ever doing chess, would you ever think of going on the road with it? I mean, would it be something that could?
Something like that. You have to have to get a producer who's got a lot of connections and a lot of money. That would be the next step if something like that happened. Right now we're doing this benefit and putting it together and really trying to put it together well. And
it's at the Ford Amphitheater is right across from the Hollywood Bowl, so it's in a great area. It's a great stage.
Great space.
Yeah, it's a really good thing. So that'll be interesting for you. Now take from the Ford Amphitheater, go back to Can. Tell me about that, because that just closed at the Pasadena Playhouse, and that was such a fabulous production.
Oh, thank you.
It was reborn, right?
It was re-envisioned, as it were, by David Lee and Joe Fields, keeping Cole Porter's music and keeping some of A. Burroughs' book, but they really have they've really taken the piece and updated it. From its original form to make it a lot more accessible, I think, to a lot of theaters.
Will that go on? Will it continue?
I think they have as many hopes. I think the production staff and the producers and the directors and the director David Lee have as much of an aspiration to have it go somewhere forward as the cast does.
Would you be in it? I mean, would they take the cast with them?
That's always a question for the producers.
I don't know. I wonder
we would
about
love to.
that.
I don't think there's a person in the cast who would say that they wouldn't love to be a part of this project for many years, whether it goes to Broadway or whether it goes to a bunch of regional theaters. It really is a fantastic show, and I think the cast was just amazing between Michelle Duffy and David Angle, and just everybody had such an amazing time throughout the whole, not only the rehearsal process, but the performance process.
So, you're finished.
Yes.
You're finished with Can.
Yes.
Do you take voice lessons now?
I don't.
What do you do during something like that? How do you keep in shape?
In your off time, yeah. I mean, your voice is a muscle, so you want to keep working it, and singing in the car and with the
Oh,
radio.
please. And
it's,
on a CD.
On a CD, yeah. My wife and I actually produced this CD called Early Standards. We produced it about 3 or 4 years ago, and it's selling well. We've
Tell us who some of those
this is Standards.
authors are, writers.
It's
Duke Ellington.
Duke Ellington, Cole Porter, George Gershwin. Who else is on there?
Harold Garner.
Harold Garner. It's basically all your standards. Like I've Got You Under My Skin, Old Devil Moon, Fly Me to the Moon.
Do you play an instrument?
I don't. I'm just the vocalist on this. Jerry Sternbach was our pianist and musical director, and a great bunch of musicians. Michael Fratantuno, who plays bass, who's an original member of the Black Eyed Peas. So it's kind of an eclectic group of people.
Yeah.
But really was a fun project to do, and it's selling pretty well. You can get it on cdbaby.com.
When you do, and chess is
Chess,
right,
you can go to fordtheaters.org.
because it's a charity night.
Yeah,
it's going to be a
Ford Theaters
it's
selling the tickets.
right. Do you take dancing lessons in between?
I studied all my dance at Webster University in St. Louis, and right now I just I study for shows. I don't do a lot of dancing.
But you had a really fabulous choreographer in Can.
Yes.
So was it easy to follow the steps?
She was amazing. What she did really well with the people who move really well is worked with us and creating something that looked good on us but wasn't too complicated. So I mean, but the girls in the Can were just,
they were great.
It's astounding what they do every night, sometimes twice in a night on Saturdays. It was really astounding what they do. But
that's like, for you, I would think, going to the gym, doing some kind of, you have to have some kind of aerobics.
Yeah, as a performer, you got to work out and you got to train, and you got to, as any kind of actor knows, you got to keep in shape, whatever shape that is for your particular style. So yeah, I work out, and I'll work on CDs, or I'll work on different music at home if I'm not in a show or something like that. I will definitely be at home at my piano practicing something.
Good.
Yeah.
Good. Thanks, Kevin.
We're constantly working on something.
Thanks very much.
Thank you.
And thanks for watching the Joan Quinn Profiles. Keep writing to 777 South Figueroa, 44th floor, Los Angeles 90017.